Oh, I see you're playing Warhammer Fantasy. I hear it's a very fun game, Clarice.
The Turtle Dawn is coming!
Turtle Dawn. I'm not sure if that sounds like Stegodon or if like the turtles in the Mafia.
I don't know why it makes those noises, but it does.
Okay, so I'm here with Josh. And so go ahead and get the Turtle Dawn out. I want the world to see what this is about. So Josh comes in this morning and says, hey, I'm short of Stegodon. This is what I came up with.
It works.
Yes, that's a piece of cardboard. By the way, not even, oh boy, not even cut out. It was like torn out of a larger piece of cardboard. Folks, don't go down this road. Don't be that guy.
You know what his prime mistake
was?
He didn't take another piece to use the base.
Yeah. So anyway.
It would have looked like a s'more or something.
Sea turtle sandwich, it's delicate.
So apparently, so we're playing Warhammer Fantasy, and obviously, and we have a client's Vampire Counts army, which he volunteered to have in this bat rep. It's probably 3,000 or 4,000 points. I'm not exactly sure. I'm only using 1,500 for this one, and let's take a look. We've got 2 units of dire wolves, 2 separate units, 5 each. Not a Vargeist. This is called a Terrorgeist. And yes,
Terrorgeist.
All right, awesome. You know, you make everything so special. Next up, we have 50 skeletons in a horde formation, a vampire hero. We agreed to no lords, a white BSB. That's how I'm running it. And although the client requested no BSB, which is fine, Graveguard, 30 Graveguard, and if I flip them around, 3 Vargeists. And that is my 1,500 points. And now on to Lizardmen. What do you got? I see 1 block and 4 Stegodons. Where's the rest of your army?
This is it.
That's
they're
it?
like 250 apiece each Stegodon. I've got a normal Stegodon,
Okay.
2 ancient Stegodons, and an Ancient
Okay.
of the Gods, which is with his King Priest.
Okay.
And then my coin.
Wow. All right. Sounds good. I guess I'm ready. We'll see how this army works. Okay, so we have finished deploying. Let me tell you a little bit about the terrain. As you know, we have house rules for protective terrain, which is for ease of play and also fun. So here we have a burned out building. All these burned out buildings are protective terrain. That means if a unit has even 1 model in contact with the terrain, it would get +1 to its ward save. And that makes a parry save 1 better too, by the way. So that represents people being able to take cover and duck around various obstacles. And we also imagine there's probably detritus around this old burned out building, a depressing scene suitable for vampire counts. These here are forests, and those are just defined by the edge of the triangle. Pretty simple. Forest, this is just a decoration, impassable terrain, effectively. Part of the village that was not burned out because the building was made of stone, as a chapel or similar structure may have been. So, let's take a look at the Vampire Counts lineup here. I have in the center my 2 manly blocks, my horde of skeletons, my 30 Graveguard with white and vampire in there, the Terrorgeist backing them up, a couple of trouble shooters / troublemakers. Although I am up against a fairly unusual army in that there are no, there's no light units over here that need to be taken out. So frankly, the dire wolves are not going to be very useful this game. And the Vargeists, again, to create a problem of themselves. I think if they get a flank on one of those Stegodons, they may actually be able to hold it up. So tell us a little bit about your deployment and your army.
Okay, well, the Stegodon theme, kind of like just a herd of Stegodons, like the Momokill from Lord of the Rings. But anyway, so I've got the Engine of the Gods. With this army is really important because it gives a 5+ ward save against shooting. It can't be dispelled, the engine can't. So every model in 12 inches, which I can fit my entire army in this within
Right.
12 inches.
Right. It's very
is in-
compact. In fact, you could have even compacted it even more.
Yeah, I
You
could have
got it in like a 1.5 feet, you know.
Yeah, so
Okay.
pretty small. Basically, my tactic is these are kind of like a backbone, and these just are brute force.
Those are your minimum core requirements there,
Yep, these I
basically.
take because I have to. Otherwise, it'd be all stegadons.
All right, that's awesome. And by the way, this lends itself greatly to a themed army, because you could do this with a Beastman theme, for example. Use this same list. But quite frankly, the Lizardmen Stegodon kit is awesome, and as you can imagine, you could use other types of dinosaur kits for it. So, because it's not what you see is what you get. This is the Engine of the Gods with the Skink Priest. And one of them is an ancient
This is the
Stegodon. That's
ancient,
it. That has
and
blowpipes and is slightly tougher. And then the two regular Stegodons. And this is actually an old metal one over here.
Actually,
Right.
I painted this with the old blue table from like 6 years ago.
Right.
Right,
The
black
glazes
wash.
that we used to
Yep.
have.
Just went over
And
everything.
and we actually don't use those really anymore, except as a supplemental item. So, all right. Well, let's get cracking. Okay, dice in hand. Plus, you get +1 because you finished deploying first, right? Oh, okay, a 4 versus a 1. And so you can choose to go first or second. What's it going to be? All right, and off he goes. He's not messing around. He's not waiting for me. Okay, level 1 Skink Priest has Comet of Cassandora, so there's his spell card. I'm taking Lore of Death for my vampire hero. Double ones, that means I get to pick one, and my other one is the first spell. So I have I have Aspect of Dread Knight, which is not terribly useful for undead because they already cause fear. So I'm going to switch that out for. Oh no, I have to take that one.
You can for this.
So I took Spirit Leech and Purple Sun. So a 15, the easiest one and the hardest one, basically. And you got Comet of Cassandora. All right, this is going to be a fun game. And so you finished your first turn. You're going to cast a spell.
Yep, not for magic.
A 3 and a 2 is what he got. Channel for my one wizard. I got nothing. You gonna channel?
Yes.
A 6. Oh no! So I've got 3 dice against 6 dice. So, but he only has the one spell, right? So it's almost a waste. Okay.
Okay, comment.
He's throwing all 6. Holy cow! Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to dispel that.
You can get double 6s.
Yeah, I can. All right, here I go. Nothing. Didn't do it.
Okay, do we have a marker for the comment?
We sure do. With a successful casting of Comet of Cassandora, the player puts a marker down on the table. Now what happens?
Now it's the beginning of every magic phase. I roll a dice, and on a 4, 5, and 6, the comet hits, and on a 1, 2, and 3, add a marker. And every time I add a marker, it adds a d6 to, I believe, the range.
Okay.
So, let's see, when it goes off, you roll 2d6, and that's the range.
Okay, a radius.
For every marker.
Right.
And then it's d6 strength or strength 4.
Okay, so basically, every time it either hits or gets an additional marker.
As it
For
grows.
every marker, it gets +1 to the number of hits it inflicts, 2d6 plus the markers, and 4 plus the number of markers is the strength. So this thing can be pretty devastating. It inflicts 2d6 hits on every unit in the radius, which is 2d6 inches. It's pretty complicated. We'll show you how it works as it goes along. Basically, the radius here is 7. So the first turn, there's no way I'm getting this unit out of the radius of that comet. In fact, there's really no way for me to avoid it because if I march forward and these charge, then blah. Okay, shooting phase. I'm ready.
Let's do skill 3, so I need 4s from the bolt thrower.
Okay,
I moved 5s.
right. And
I
your
believe
long
it's-
range,
I believe it's short range.
24 inch. Okay, 6s to hit from long range.
Yep.
It's 36 inch
Shooting
range
that.
shooting the Vargeist. That's
No.
nothing.
Okay.
And what about the other one?
Here's going to shoot there.
Okay,
And that's
shooting
gonna
at the
be long range.
Vargeists. I get
So
my
you can
Geists mixed up, cocked. Reroll. Oh, it's a hit. Fantastic.
And it's
Toughness is
poisoned.
4. Okay, well, go ahead.
Okay, so
Oh, so that means it's automatically wounds.
Yeah, poison
Okay,
automatic
great.
wounds.
And no armor saves, I presume? Okay, go ahead.
does D3 wounds.
2 wounds. All right, so we're going to put a 2 wound skull counter dice on these guys. And is that it?
That is it.
Awesome. Okay. All right. In a Vampire Count's army, everything is undead. And it's a rule that just goes across the entire army. Now, in order to march, they have to be within 12 inches of a vampire. Excuse me, pause.
All right.
Okay, they have to be within 12 inches of the army general in order to march, not a vampire. Or they have to have the vampire special rule. The Vargeist have the vampire special rule. So you may notice that everything except these guys is within 12 inches of the Vampire Lord, and that's something you have to really consider when you're making your deployment. Also, these guys have a 4-inch move, so 4 plus a 9-inch outside charge of 13 inches is kind of my safe area to not be charged and to have a bit of a standoff with the Lizardmen. So I got to be careful how far. Just over 13 inches is what I want there. These guys can't march. The Dire Wolves do, though, have a movement of 9, so they can just whip right out like that. The Vargeists, so they don't necessarily even need a march move. The Vargeists have a movement of 6, so they can march 12. So I'm just whipping these guys out like that. I want to make sure that the Vargeists aren't in the flee corridor of the Hounds, because if the Stegodon nails these guys, and they would run away for sure, I want to make sure that the Vargeists are in a good position. I'm just trying to do a little redirection here and get rid of those guys. So, and I'm going to tempt fate. I'm just going to move. I'm going to march right on up and get right into contact with this terrain and challenge this army of Stegodons. I fear not. I fear not your Stegodons. And the Terrorgeist is movement 6 and also has Death Shriek. I wonder what that does. Can be used against single blah blah blah. March, charge, close combat. Oh yeah, 8 inches. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that is fantastic.
What does it do?
Oh, I wish. It's against the target's leadership. This Terrorgeist can rock those Stegodons. So, yeah, I don't want those Stegodons in close combat. So I'm just going to pull these guys back like this. What's the Stegodon's movement? 6 inches? So 6 plus, oh yeah, I'm begging for trouble there. So I'm just going to pull back a little bit like that. And I'm going to march this guy right out the side here. 12 inches. Now I've created a giant problem of myself. Awesome. And these guys, I don't even know why they exist. I'm just gonna move them. I wonder if they're fast cavalry. They are not. Oh, but they do have Vanguard. So yeah, that's that. Okay. All right. Let's roll for magic. That's it for my movement phase. Here comes the magic. 5 and a 3. With no channel. No. Okay.
Rolling for combat.
So a 4-up, it explodes. So it explodes. 2d6 inches is the radius. Roll a 3, please. No, he's going to roll an 11. So that hits. Oh my gosh, that hits so much. No, it doesn't. Hits 3 units. Okay, 2d6 strength 4 hits. I'm going to go ahead and take the camera while he rolls that. And so on the skeletons, let's do it. 6 hits. Toughness 3, he's looking for 3 ups. And light armor shield gives me 6s to save. Here it goes. 3 skeletons die. Unlife is cheap. Okay, who's next?
Okay. And then, actually, can we pause 1 second?
Sure. Okay, 2d6 strength 4 hits on the Graveguard. That's 8. He's looking for 4 ups this time. And here they come. Okay. Graveguard have heavy armor shields, so they save on 5 ups. And I will get none, so I'll lose 3 Graveguard. And last but not least, the Vargeist, who is toughness 6. No. No, I think that's okay. Awesome. 4 versus 6, you need 6s to win, so that's nothing. Awesome. Guy, good for you. Awesome comment. Okay, go ahead and use that. Okay, so now vampire counts magic. I have 8 dice, so I'm going to play it pretty aggressive, and I'm going to throw 4 dice at Purple Sun. I'm looking for a 15, so I'll get that on average. How many dice do you have to dispel? You have 5. All right, well, here's to luck. Guys, should I blow it up with 6 dice? I think I will. Go big or go home. Here it comes. Awesome! Just what I wanted. So there's 10, 18, 20 with the level 25 is my result. And he technically can get this, but he does not. That is a 21. Well, actually a 20 with the level 1 wizard.
I should get a +1 from the thing. But
okay. Well, there you go. Awesome. Purple Sun is off. Okay, so here's my awesome Purple Sun of Xerius template. Okay, so how does a magical vortex work? We are about to tell you. Okay, so a magical vortex, in this case, you put the magical vortex in contact with the caster. So there's my vampire hero. And it travels artillery dice times 3. So I'm going to do it just so it skims both of these guys here. So here it comes. 10 inches
nice.
Times 3 is 30 inches. Okay, so a whopping 30 inches makes this go womp, 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 hit both of these guys, and go almost to the edge of the board. All right, so you've got to pass an initiative test or be slain outright.
Okay.
Fantastic. That's what you get for commenting me, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
That's why this spell is awesome, by the way. Just to get that off and just... what I've heard, I'm just filling time while you're looking things up. Oh, are you ready?
I was just going to ask, am I going to take an initiative test on the second and each crew member?
Okay, so we just looked up and we see that characteristic tests in the case of a model with a multiple type profile is taken against the highest one. I was hoping to be taken against the Stegodons, which I think have initiative 2.
Yep.
What do the Skinks have?
They have
Don't say
initiative
5.
4.
4. Okay, well that's good. I'll take it. So roll for this one first, Engine of the Gods.
Characteristic test is I roll below.
Yes, you got to get a 4 or lower to hit. So we want to see a 5. We don't see a 5. Okay, now for the other Stegodon. Looking for, and he passes that one too. You are a lucky dog. I could have just wiped both of those guys out, which would have been awesome. So a little scary. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw 2 at Spirit Leech, which is a 12-inch range, and that's nothing in range. So I'm done with magic. I have no shooting, no close combat, and that means you're up. Okay, charge number 1. The regular Stegodon on the Fargeist I must hold.
Okay.
It's the only reaction that an undead army can have.
Okay. Here to here.
Okay, I'm ready.
And I'm going to be risky. I'm going to try both
I might
of these
stand
there.
and shoot. Okay. We're saying no to the Death Shriek as a stand and shoot reaction. Because under stand and shoot, it says that you must have missile weapons of some kind. Of course, that could be lots of different things. But it does say this is a special attack, that it's resolved in the shooting phase, and that it is a magical attack. So, all right, go ahead, roll your charge distances then.
Also,
6 inches
here's
in each.
charging here.
Oh, okay, great. I'm ready.
Okay. So here.
He gets a 6 plus 6. I don't
you,
think
it's
that's going to
13.
make it. See, what did I say? 13 inches is the, yep,
Yep,
it's over
13.
12 inches. So that's a
Alright,
failed charge. He goes forward the higher of the 2 dice, so he goes forward 4 inches. And here we go, trundle, trundle.
Okay.
By the way, let us know if you want this army painted up. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just, okay, a 4 and a 3.
That one.
7 plus 6 is 13. So let's see if he makes it. You know, let's get rid of these trees.
Okay, so
Is that in range? I think it is. Okay, crunch. Go ahead and move him over. All right, fantastic. All right, what's next?
here to here. Need really high.
Ooh, a 9 plus
Gonna put me 15.
6 is 15.
So
That could make it.
It's just barely going to be. That's exactly what I needed, actually.
Okay, great. Crunch.
Okay.
And
which means I need another
so that's
9 if I want him in.
2 out of 4 so far. And
Nope,
that's a
7,
7,
so
so he
he's
goes
only gonna
forward
go
5 inches. All right, I'll go ahead and move this guy. So he needs to get into the maximum base contact here. That's awesome. You know what, folks? Have your army done. Don't be this guy. All right. That's the irony, is that some people that work here actually have unpainted armies. Okay, so what's next?
Here to here.
All right, and yeah, that's going to make it for sure. 11 inches. So crunch. Wow, this is shaping up to be an interesting game already. Okay, the wizard can still cast spells, even though he has failed a charge. So I'm ready.
Okay, just 1 second.
Okay, top of the second. Lizardmen magic face. Here comes the roll. A 5 and a 4. Any channels? None from the vampire counts, and 1 from the lizardmen. So you have 10. There's no need to even get out 10 dice. You only have 1 spell. Maximum 6 dice for it. So I have 5 to dispel. So who knows if I'll make it. Basically, you're going to have to throw 6 at it to get anywhere, to get any traction. So I don't know. You feeling lucky? You feeling lucky?
I'm going to start with the engine. And
Okay,
the engine,
go ahead.
I'm not going to do the bubble because you don't have any shooting.
Right.
So it doesn't really do me any good. I'm going to do the burning alignment.
Yeah, well, I know what this is. Go ahead.
Okay, so
So 2d6 inches, 10 inches. Oh
I
no!
might make it.
I think it's going to make it all right. Yep, both units. 10. Probably not those guys. No.
No, not quite.
Okay, so it does what?
It
2d6,
does-
strength 4 or
I
something
think
like
it's
that?
D6, strength 4, but +1 because you're undead.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Spencer, what you got? What do you got? What do you
Bunch of
got?
paints that
What do
are
you
going
got?
downstairs.
Restock of paints. Fantastic. Vallejo paints.
Yep.
It's our favorite.
The game and model color paints.
All right, awesome. Okay, next.
So each model takes D6, strength 5 hits.
Each
no,
model or
or
each
each
unit?
I'm sorry.
All right,
Each unit.
that would be too much.
That would be pretty crazy.
Okay. Skeleton number 1 takes 4 hits. One hit. Wah. Oh, and no wound. Awesome. Now these
right.
guys, this is where I want it to not work. 3, okay, very well, I accept. 5 strength versus 4 toughness. A
okay.
4, a 1, and a 1 is 1 hit, so I need a 6 to save. Nothing. 1 guy dies. Who's next? I'm ready.
Comment.
Okay, go ahead.
Know if I
Throw
want
it.
to Cast comment.
Throw it. Throw it on 6 dice.
Where
You
am
may
I?
just throw it on whatever dice you have. Who knows? Maybe I'll roll all ones. I mean, you may
Where
as
am I
well.
going to put it without hitting my own stuff?
Well, that's a problem, isn't it? What's it going to be? Oh, he's throwing 6 at it. Ballsy. Awesome. Oh, 6.
Super.
All right.
Goes off.
It's
Alright,
the
so
multiple
I'll
of
go
the
from next
beast.
test table.
Oh,
That's the good
double
one. That's the
sixes.
really good one.
Is that the good
Yes,
one?
that's the one that is really good for him. Ready? Page 37. Just can't attempt to cast further spells. So you don't have a wizard anymore, but nothing
All
bad
right.
happens.
So he just lost D3 wizard levels, so that means he's got nothing. Okay, shooting. Yeah, you
Charged.
can't have any shooting. Okay, go. So now close combat. I'm ready. Okay, so here we go. I'm initiative 3. Skinks are initiative 4. So let's have it.
Weapon skill 3.
Okay.
Alright, so then
Okay, go ahead.
Strength of 3.
Toughness is 6.
So we need 6.
Nothing.
Okay.
So
your
skinks
turn.
do nothing. Okay, now the Vargeist on a 4. Now I can direct against the crew or the thing. Is that true? Oh, I'm definitely doing crew. So the Vargeist has 4 attacks. Terror, large to regenerate, thunderstomp. Yeah, none of this is going to apply. So here it comes, looking for 4s. Oh, that's what happens when you don't roll enthusiastically. Nothing. Okay, now the Stegodon.
Oh, I need impact hits.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so it's D6 plus 1. 2.
2. Awesome.
Okay,
He's
these
not
are
rolling enthusiastically either.
Strength 5.
Entheos.
I needed your toughness 6, right?
Yes, that's right.
So I needed 5.
Okay, you needed a 5. So 1 wound. I have regeneration on a 6 and armor of nothing. So 1 wound. Okay, 1 wound from the impact hits. Now the Stegodon attempting to attack, needing 4s to hit. He scores 2 with a 5 and a 6. And 1, what's his strength?
5.
It's 5. Okay, so 6 for regeneration. Nothing. So 2. And I lost by, I took 2 wounds. And I lost by 3 because you charged, right? And the Terrorgeist has 6 wounds, so I have 1 wound left. Huzzah! All right, unfortunately for him, I'm going to Death Shriek him next turn, and that's going to be game over. Okay, now these bad boys right here, I'm going to make way with my white king. Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
Impact hits first.
Okay.
So
1, 2, plus 1 is 2.
And this is
Okay,
the ancient.
toughness is 4, so you're looking for 3s.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Do you have strength 5?
That's just strength 6 on the ancient.
Strength 6. Okay, so you need 2, so 2 attack. And I just have parries, which I get 1, so I'm down 1. I don't know. Oh, no, I can't. No, I'm sorry. 2 guys die. Okay, what's next?
Now you go. Well, I have initiative 4 on the skinks.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. The vampire hero has initiative 6.
Nice. Okay. So you're
Okay,
first.
so I'm going to go ahead and I just have 4 attacks at initiative 6, weapon skill 6, and I'm just going to attack Skinks. Skinks is the way to go against the Stegodon. Okay, 4 hits. Strength is 5,
Toughness 3.
so 3 Skinks are toast.
They actually have a 2+1 armor
Oh,
save
okay,
to
great.
stay on. So -2.
Yep,
Okay,
so
so I
looking
need
for
4s.
4s. For armor. 3 saves. That's wrong.
Sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. I'm ready. The White King has initiative 4.
Okay, so you can go ahead and roll with him.
Okay, so we're going to attack the Skinks again with 4 attacks. Excuse me, 3 attacks. Oh, and he's a white, and they have the Banner of the Barrows, so I have +1 to hit. So I hit on 2s. And what else do I have? That's it, just Killing Blow. So Killing Blow's on the 2 wound roll. My strength is 4, so I'm looking for 2s. Toughness 2, right, for Skinks? 3. 3 ups. Okay,
Oh,
so
2
2 are
blows.
toast,
All right.
and then 1 gets a save of...
No,
Nope.
so 3
So
are dead.
3 Skinks. There it is. That's what I needed. We use skull dice.
Oh, okay.
That way there's no confusion and oddball dice on the field.
Okay.
Okay, 3. And the Graveguard are initiative 3.
Okay.
So did I get my Graveguard?
Yeah, before my stayed on. My skinks actually are initiative 4.
Okay,
so
have
they're
you
gonna
rolled
go.
for them yet? Okay, go ahead.
And I'm going to put them on
The vampire?
The vampire.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay.
2 hits. Toughness is 4, so you need 5 up. Okay, Trickster's Helm is reroll successful wounds. Oh my gosh, seriously? Okay, I've got a 3-up save, and I save. That's just for armor. Okay, awesome.
So
And
now your guys
now the
go.
Graveguard. So this guy is actually here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Graveguard. Okay, 6 Graveguard at 1 attack each. I'm attacking the Skink crew. Right. And of which there's 3 left, correct?
2 left. That's all
2 left.
Yep.
Okay, then I'm going to direct 4 attacks at them and 2 at the Stegodon. Mathematically, that's going to happen. I'm going to do 5 on this. 2 ups to hit. That's all hits. And 3 ups to wound. That's 4 wounding hits, 1 killing blow. So 3 saves on the other guy. So up to 4. And then on the Stegodon, that's a hit with a 5 and a wound with a 6. So the Stegodon needs to take a
So
save as
these
well.
guys-
No killing blow because he's too big. Okay,
He's
go.
at -2. Save.
Okay, good. He's saved. So
And then the one
4 Skinks are dead.
that's- Yep,
The
and
one
then
against the
this
Stegodon,
is at -2 is going to be
only
5
minus
plus.
1. They're only strength
-1?
4.
Oh, okay, 4 plus. Okay, so he
Okay.
takes a wound.
Awesome. Stegodon takes a wound too. I'll put a marker on there
Okay.
for him. Okay. So,
Kill the thing on charge. Oh, nice.
and then now the Stegodon goes.
Okay, I'm gonna put his attacks onto the vampire. 3.
All right. And then what's his strength?
6.
Okay, my toughness is 5. So you need 3s. You re-roll successful wounds for Trickster's Helm. Okay, and so that's 2 wounds at -3 means I need a 4 up, 5 up, 6 up. I need 6 up. Here it comes. There it is. 1 wound. That would the turtle
The
dog.
turtle dog's dead. Oh my god!
1 wound on
Coming down in reserves. You cannot-
Okay, your
you
combat
cannot kill the
resolution
beast.
is 1, 2,
Actually, I have
3 wounds.
Thunderstomp too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thunder
yeah.
Stomp.
Okay,
Nice.
so Thunderstomp is 3.
Okay, 3. Strength 5 or
Yeah.
6? Oh, a 1, and a
told him not to
5.
use the
What's
kill
the
touch.
strength? What's the
6.
strength? 6? Okay, so I need a 6. Nothing. 1 more guy dies. That was awesome for me. So 4 wounds and charged is a combat resolution of 5. And I got 5 wounds. 3 ranks is 8. And a standard, which for some reason is in the back. So what is that? 3, that's 9.
Okay,
Versus
Stegodons
6.
are stubborn.
Okay, great.
So I need a 6.
Oh,
Hey,
look at
guys.
that. They love it.
Insane courage.
They love
Insane cold
it.
courage.
Okay, we're on to the Saurus versus the Direwolves. 1 attack at weapon skill 3. 3 hits. Strength 3, toughness 4. 1 wounding hit. Scaly skin plus shield.
Yep.
Scaly skin is the equivalent of heavy armor, and that saves.
Okay.
Okay, and then now on to the brutality. Well, Josh is getting his dice. I want to tell you how awesome Saurus warriors are. They're strength 4, toughness 4. Scaly skin, basically heavy armor, and a shield. Hand weapon shield is the way to go with these guys. And they have 2 attacks.
Yep.
And that is the big deal with Saurus warriors. 2 attacks each. They're a little bit like Chaos warriors. And if memory serves, 3
And
ups.
skill 4.
If memory serves, they are 12 points each. Oh my gosh, is that not enough to kill that unit?
I don't
But you'll
think
win.
so.
You'll win by enough to crumble them. So,
Okay.
yeah, you need 3 ups. 4 wins, yeah.
4.
Crunch. So now what?
I need to decide if I want to use my musician to reform.
That's
Or
right.
if I want to try to overrun.
Well, there's no reason to overrun. There's nothing over here. I'll just move around you, and you'll just be out of it.
The only other thing would be to not get hit with 2 charges if I wanted to.
Yeah,
use
you
try
should
to
turn
reform.
so you're facing the skeletons, for sure.
But then I'd get flamed.
That's true. Life's full of tough choices, isn't it? Hello, miss. How are you?
Hi, I'm
What's going on?
okay.
You're in it now. You're part of the show.
I need to talk to you about making a breakdown.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so he's going to turn and face the skeletons. Now, how do you tell if the skeletons are in the flank? You have to imagine a line here, and you have to imagine a beam coming out at a, 90-degree angle, 125-degree angle or something, 135-degree angle. And if that beam is more than halfway, then they're in the front instead of the flank. So the answer is, yeah, that's not a flank charge there. But it is over here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Freeze. No. Do it at that angle. Do it at that angle. So I want to show people how off Josh is on this. Let's get the golden wang doodle on there. So actually, you're not too far off. But they
2
are in the
inches,
flank
which
for
would make
sure.
Quite a bit of difference.
Yeah, but you have this sitting there too, so that's kind of like in chess, you got to cover your pieces,
Yeah.
you know. So
Weren't too far
there you
off
go.
on the other
Well,
one.
you got to line it up right because that guy is actually skewed. See, there you go. So yeah, that is a flank. Interesting. Yeah, you'd have to move it a little bit more. See how the pointer now is the majority of my front is in their front, so that is not a flank charge. So whatever you do, don't leave home without your golden wang doodle. All right, folks, we leave you then until probably tomorrow or Monday. Can you come in tomorrow?
I can.
Do you want to? Not. I don't want to bring you down if you don't want to come down.
No, that's fine. What time?
I don't know. How about 1? How's 1 sound?
1 sounds good.
Yes. Saturday at 1. It's on. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. And if you're interested in commissioning a Warhammer Fantasy Army, let us know. Or visit our store at bluetablepaintingstore.com. And you can always find some really awesome deals. And it's not uncommon for people to trade in whole armies pretty inexpensively. In fact, we just picked up a High Elf force today. As of this taping. If you're watching it a month from now, it's probably gone. Okay, thanks. This is how Brett's been going around all day. By the way, Dr. Cranky's Laboratory.com. Yep.
Check it out.
He sent us some free stuff, and it is good stuff.
Yeah, it is. He's a very talented artist.
Okay, so go ahead. What did you want to ask me?
I want to know if you have my clipboard. You stole from me the other day.
Probably. I didn't steal it. I just took it and forgot to bring it back. There's a big difference.
By that definition, it sounds like stealing.
One is just forgetfulness.
Okay.
See, you're implying
Intent of not returning.
That's right. In which case, what I would proceed to do then is steal, then lie, and say, no, I'm sorry, I haven't seen your clipboard, you must be mistaken. But what I'm really going to say is, yeah, I may have your clipboard, let me look around for it.
Be great.
And stop your whining.
And my Ouroboros models.
Yeah, those I do have. I know where those are. Yeah, I was going to show them to the fans.
Yeah,
They love it.